Hi there, Capricorn. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. I hope you are doing great and everything is good. I'm feeling great. There's a lot happening that I want to share with you that's going on. I want to make sure that you backtrack and go to the full moon view for March 9th. Make sure you take a look at that because there's some valuable information there about what's happening with the moon and how you need to sink into that. For those of you who are new to following your moon cycles, and I'm not talking about the feminine, but I am talking about the feminine. Y'all know what I mean. The bottom line is you want to connect with the moon because the moon gives us some very finite energy. It connects you to your intuitive side. It connects you to your emotional side. And it allows you to kind of open up just a little bit intuitively, which is where we're headed, right? So everybody is an intuitive being. Everybody has their own instincts, their own gut, their own, like, what feels good for them and that kind of thing. So the moon really helps you get in tune with yourself. It helps you get in tune with, like I said, your emotional side, which then leads to the more intuitive side. And it just kind of opens you up a little bit so you can hear, feel, sense, and see. So I want you to check that out. And when you look at it, if something resonates with you, or if there's something that you're doing or not doing that you feel like, could use that extra boost, then you can do that around the full moon time. Usually the full moon is a time when we are completing actions. That's what we've thought up until that point. But it really is a time of illumination, and it's also a time to just really do some deeper self-reflection, to be able to balance feminine and masculine in a different sort of way. And as you look at the degree side of the planets and how they're moving, it can give you a sense of what the energy is that's flowing through at that time. And so the next big phase, of course, is going to be the full moon, and that's March 9th. So I want you to check that out. Because of the things that are being read through the stars right now, there is some information for you, Capricorn, and for everyone around abundance and what that is specifically. We've been using that word a lot. That word is being used over and over again. I do understand that. But we have to remember how we're thinking about that word and what it means, right? Because everybody has their own brand of abundance. Everybody has their own little bundle of joy within themselves that represents what they have a lot of, or what they have been blessed with, or what they walk with that's been there since their birth, okay? It's about who you are more than it is about what you got, okay? So you got to start listening a little deeper around that. So there is information about abundance coming in with the moon. More specifically, it's talking about the harvest. This is a harvesting season. So it's not the typical harvest season. Sometimes we think about Thanksgiving and we think about the fall as being the harvest time. No, this is a time of harvest, and harvesting right now, even though it is not physically here, it is being in the mindset that it is coming. And that's very important, especially if you have not been seeing your harvest. If you feel like you've been putting in a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort in a particular area, but then you're not reaping the benefits from it, no worries, because now is that time. Now is the time, and it's being ushered in by the full moon, when you will be able to be in a state of grace and gratefulness for what is to come. And it's an act of faith. It is actually the leap of faith. So when people talk about taking the leap or making the leap, this is the true leap. The true leap is when you know without question that your harvest is coming, and you don't have to see it to know that it's there. And it's because of the work you've done, what you've put in, the time you've put in, the care you've put in. So think about those things that you have put a lot of care and a lot of thought into, and then we're going to go from there. Now, because we're talking about abundance, and we usually think about abundance in relationship to money, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't attach to money, because you can, but you got to know where it is first, for real. And then you'll know how to push it forward. So because of that, I'm going to pull one card for money and the law of attraction, because these cards really help you rethink what you think you know around your money, and help you reset your thinking, in other words, around money. So I'm going to pull one of those for you, Capricorn, as I am with everybody else. And then I'm going to jump into the Sun and Moon Tarot. And I'll try to work quickly, because I know I did a lot of talking about the moon. All right. So we need a card for Capricorn. There we go. All right, Capricorn. What I'm seeing here is a connection. It's a mutual connection here. You and another person's energies are intertwined. It comes from a place of heart. I feel like you see eye to eye. I'm reading all of this just from the image here. So when we're talking about money, we're talking about attracting it. We're talking about being able to tap into your abundant nature. There is connection between you and another person, or you and other people, that really constitutes the fullness of your ability to create and manifest in this lifetime. Okay, so that's just what I'm reading from the image in the card. And I'm seeing this place of heart here. I'm seeing the connection, the hands there, to me could mean healing work or giving work or service of some sort, which, I think honestly suits you. But it's like this person's eye and this person's eye together help you to see. But let's see what the card says. It says, I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. And so that which is good, you'll bring harmony together with that, with yourself and that. On the back of the card, it says, I want to be the best that I can be. I want to do and have and live in a way that is in harmony with my idea of the greatest goodness. I want to harmonize physically here in this body with that which I believe to be the best or the good way of life. If you will make those statements and then do not take action unless you feel good, you will always be moving in harmony with your idea of that which is good. So I think this is a really interesting card, because Capricorns tend to be extremely responsible or feel responsible. Other than Leo, like we know Leos to be leaders of the zodiac, but Capricorns can do that too, because they really are more or less looking for some bigger picture things sometimes. So I think that this is a really good piece of information for you, Capricorn, in regards to accepting your harvest or receiving your harvest, because really what it is that you want goodness. You want to feel good. You want to be sated. You want to be happy. It would be great if you could, I don't know, let the money fall from the trees. Yes. But at the end of the day, harmony is what you are anticipating. And as I said before, what I'm seeing in this card is a connection, or the connection between you and another person, or you and other people being of great significance in relationship to being able to receive your abundance and receive it openly and clearly. So very good. That's very good. All right, and I'm moving right on into the Sun and Moon Tarot. I'm just reading straight. Reading straight for me is just like opening up the cards and letting them talk until the time is up, okay? So I'm reading from Sun and Moon Tarot because the moon energy has been so strong really ever since the beginning of the new year. And so I wanted to tap in with these cards. And I love these cards a lot. They're very nice and playful and whimsical and childlike. And so it really makes me feel good. All right, so we've got two cards here. We got the Five of Wands in reverse and the Star card. So this is telling me that whatever struggle, whatever strife, because the Five of Cards in the upright position usually represents here in this card it says strife, but some kind of conflict of some sort. Fives in the tarot represent conflict, or it could be challenges, etc. But this is coming in reverse, followed by the star card. So what that's telling me is that there's a strong possibility that you have been able to release yourself from that and be able to really own what it is that is in you, that is powerful, that is strong, that is resilient, that is you. Okay? It's the essence of you. This card also represents hope. For some people, they talk about hope being associated with this card. But to me, I always think about your star power. And your star power is when you are operating within your spirit, where your spirit and your flesh and everything is in alignment with your higher self, or with your spirit self, or whichever way you would like to think about that. And so it seems like you've gotten through some things, and it's opened up that access point for you. I am seeing a Merkaba. We call them Merkabas. It could be Merkaba. Some people call it Merkaba. But I am seeing that, which to me is a representation of there being a marriage between heaven and earth for you, which means that whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, there's been the agreement from on high, and so then you are able to actually make things happen for yourself, and that's really good. I am getting the High Priestess in reverse, which is a concern for me. Why? Because as you are accessing your star power and your star energy, you also want to be spiritually attuned, spiritually aligned. So you'll want to really pay attention to that in the month of March. Just make sure that what you have been moving toward, or wherever it is that you're headed right now, that it is coinciding. And I don't doubt that, because we've got the star card here. I don't really doubt it. I don't know why it is. Maybe you're not sensing it, maybe you're not feeling it, maybe you haven't quite accessed that point. We'll just keep reading and see what happens. So we've got this Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords for me typically is like somebody who takes care of business. But this right here, what I'm seeing is somebody removing the mask from themselves, and that having some sort of transformative nature. Because it is in the suit of swords, I'm going to say that it's probably going to happen verbally for you, Capricorn. I think you're going to either be talking, or you're going to be communicating, or you are going to have to really express yourself and express who you are in the month of March. I think that may be why we're getting the High Priestess in reverse here, because either you're not speaking it. Here, what I'm getting is that you've overcome some inner conflict, and you're starting to feel this, and that's starting to come together for you. But it's still some work to be done. It's still a little bit more work to be done. So in this card, I'm seeing for you to really take your mask off, and that you have to address the areas in your life where you may be still keeping your true self from the masses. I don't know, but there's some transformation that needs to happen here. All right, so we got the Tower. The Tower came in too. Again, you may be moving along at a certain pace, or you're moving on at a certain clip, and then things don't turn out the way that you wanted them to turn out, or something doesn't materialize. It's because of this. It is ultimately because of this. So it's time to, I don't know, say who you are, be who you are. Don't hesitate about that. I feel like you're still holding the mask. You still don't want to get rid of the mask, Capricorn. And you don't want to get rid of the mask, and that's how you're feeling. You're feeling overwhelmed because of it. Got to get rid of the mask. You got to get rid of the mask. I can see her looking at the mask. It's like you have the mask off, but you're still holding on to it. Maybe I can just keep this a little while. It's no need. It's no need. You don't actually need it. You don't actually need it, Capricorn. You really honestly can express your true spiritual, highly elevated nature, whatever it is, however it is you want to think of it. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. It's almost like you have to oh, what is this? What do they, it's like, you remember, oh well, I don't know, nobody remembers this, but at any rate, if you've ever seen on TV or movies when somebody comes out with a decree and they say, oh yay, this is what's happening and this happened and that happened, and it's almost like that. It's almost like, expressing yourself in that way. This is your, I don't know. It's like a banner. It's like a cry or a banner or I don't know what they call this. A rallying cry. Yeah, that's what it is. A rally cry or something like that. So yeah, like that's the part that's got you down. Because it's not the actual energy. This is the energy of getting rid of strife and stepping into your star power. So, and then because this card is here, tells me that even though it's coming in reverse, the fact that it's here says that this level of energy and power is available to you at this time. But if you're masking in any kind of way, then yeah, you're not going to really walk into true power. And that's what's got you frustrated. And then that's when things don't come together. So you got to really come all the way clean, I guess. Come clean. Yep. Okay. So the Four of Swords says to get your rest. Get your rest. Take some time out. Try not to put your mind on the worryation. Don't put your mind on this, because honestly, you putting your mind on it isn't going to help you. What's going to help you is just being open, being very open, being honest about, being honest in your feelings and in your expressions. Come from the heart, not from the head. And don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. That's what I'm getting. Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Both of those. Yes, that's where justice comes in. Justice is the balance. It's the true nature of balance. The true nature of balance is that your heart is not heavy. You are not carrying around an extra load. You are not burdened by the things that you're holding on to, either from your past or or anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's like being able to just let go and be yourself. Be your full self. So, yep, there's the moon. The cards that are coming up, it's the same thing. So all of this is the same. This is like the same. This is the mask, the moon, People are looking for you. They want, you to come down out the rafters or whatever. Come down and greet the townspeople. I don't know. But it's something that you're battling with, that you have been battling with, and you're tossed. You're tossed about it. You feel like there has to be an either or, and it doesn't have to be an either or. You can just go to the balance. And the balance is just being yourself. That's it, Capricorn. I don't think I have to say anything else for you in March. It's been a good month. It is being a good month. Last month was good. We're continuing to build. Check out the full moon view. If you need a full moon reading, please sign up so that you can find out how your energy connects to that. That's very important to do as well. So if you need that, you know where to find me. My information is in the description box below. And as always, I hope you have a great month of March. And I hope you're having a wonderful life.